One of the things that fascinates me in over 30 years of working with clients is how many people not just got the message that you aren't enough or you're not lovable because you're just not enough, you're not good enough, you're not lovable enough, whatever it is. But how many people got the opposite message? You're too much. You're too hard to love because you're just too much. And what's fascinating then is that when the child gets that message, either explicitly or implicitly, the child then begins to take either one of two paths. Either they begin to recede and they begin to hide themselves down and tamp themselves down, shaming themselves because I'm just too much. And so they're all forever fighting themselves in their young years, in their teen years, and even into adulthood. They're forever receding, flying below the radar. Why? Because when I'm out there, I get shamed. So they have this internal, now self-shaming mechanism that plays out in their friendships. They're receding in their friendships. It plays out in their relationships with lovers or girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever it might be. It may even play out in their work, that they're constantly receding because I'm too much. There's something innately wrong with me. And so I'm always pulling back. Or they take the opposite path. And the opposite path is they become even bigger and even more bombastic. Why? They see themselves as the rebel. And yes, there's always something wrong with me. But no, I love being big and I love being loud and large and larger than life and so forth. So there's partly a rebel aspect to it, but it gets them the attention that they never got as a child. That being too much as a child, has it occurred to you that the reason you were doing it was because you simply wanted attention? As I talk about in my book, There's a Hole in My Love Cup. Children shout loudest when feeling heard least. And very often they shout not just by getting bigger and louder, but they shout with their silence. But in both cases, the child is wanting attention. They're wanting love in the form of attention. And so what's most fascinating about this whole thing is that the child is being labeled as too much. The child is the problem, when in fact the problem is that the parent doesn't know how to deal with the situation, or the parent is already overloaded when the child is just doing what children do. What's that? Just wanting some love. But it's easier, because I have the power as the adult, it's easier to name the child as the problem rather than accept the responsibility that I'm coming into this situation unprepared, or I'm overwhelmed and I need to fix me. I'm the problem in this situation, not the child, who is in fact being a child. Furthermore, labeling a child as a thing, as too much, as a problem, as that is who they are, rather than it is this situation, creates a long-term setup for an identity that was probably never true in the first place. Have a kick-ass day.